This is the first in a series of tutorials on the subject of OpenProject, which is an open source program distributed by Serena Software Incorporated for project scheduling, similar to Microsoft Project, only it is free since it's open source software. It can be downloaded at www.openproj.org, OPENPROJ.org. The first thing we will do is open the application, OpenProject. For this first tutorial, we will create a new project just to be able to go through how to enter tasks and resources. We'll give it the name test. As you can see, it opens up very similar to Microsoft Project. Next thing we'll do is hide some columns so that we'll have more room on the screen to be able to see what we're doing. We'll call the first task A, second task B, third task C, fourth task D. We'll say this one is 2 days, this one's 3 days. As you can see, it's very easy to enter information on the name, the duration. Squeeze this column a little bit so we can see more of the schedule. And then we'll put predecessors in, and we will assume that A and B start at the same time, but C is a predecessor of task 2, and D is also a predecessor of task 2. As you can see, what it has done very quickly is identified the critical path as being tasks 2 and 4, since in the critical path it's the path that takes the longest to complete the project, and also where those tasks must be done on time or the end date will slip. If you notice, if you expand here to the right, you also have resource names so that you can do resource planning. And for this quick example, I'll have to identify what the resources are, so I click on the resource button to the left here in the left column, and I'll say that this is person A, and there is a person B, person C, and person D. Now once I've done that, now I can use those resources in the schedule to show who's doing what tasks. They have to be initially identified or you can't call them out on the schedule. So I can go back and now say task 1 will be done by person A, task 2 will be done by person C, task 3 by person A again, and task 4 by person B. As you can see, the schedule to the right here shows which tasks are done by which person and which are on the critical path, and it also shows the predecessors, how they're defined in the schedule that was defined. That'll be the end of the first tutorial. In the next tutorial, I will load the Sharon project and show an actual project assignment, which is in a much more complicated multi-project format. Thank you very much.